today is Monday all day long. 22nd.
Oh,
Oh, he's back.
there he is.
Cool.
There we go. What is shaking? Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It is Monday, I think the 20, what is it, the 22nd?
22nd. Yep.
Double deuces. Monday, the 22nd of June, 2026. It is me, Jason G. Some people call me Goo. I am joined this morning by my co-host, Mr. Mark Deeds Klodzinski out of Katy, Texas. I'm coming to you live from Glendale, Arizona. It's 5:33. It's 7:33 at Katy, Texas. And today, Deeds and I are joined by the one and only Mike Draper out of Expert Safety Services out of Illinois. Hold on. Out of Illinois via Austin, Texas.
Yes.
Live from the Kalahari Resort, Mr. Michael Draper.
And we'll do another one for good measure.
Thanks. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
It's good to be with you.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Did you get an applause in there for him, Deeds?
Oh, yeah. We
Okay.
hit that. We smashed it twice.
All right. Smashed it twice. Draper, what is up, dog?
Hey, man, not much. Good to see you guys.
You too, bro.
Yeah. How's everything? Good?
Outstanding.
Awesome.
Outstanding. Looks like Deeds, did you get another haircut, buddy?
I did. I got to go to New York in 5 days, so I get it lowered before I leave. And that gets rid of the sticker or the scissor shock before I get out there.
There you go. Looking sharp there, pal. Deeds with his ears lowered and a few hairs trimmed.
Yes.
Looking good. Looking good. So Draper texted me yesterday and he's like, hey, man, I can hear him when he texts me on certain ones. On certain ones, I can't read. I can't understand or can't tell which way Mike's going with the text. But in this one, I could hear his voice when he's texting me. Hey, man, got a guest for tomorrow? I'm at the resort. Might be able to show you some cool things. The answer's first and foremost, Mike. If you text me and you say you want to come on, the answer's always yes. Always yes. Always yes. Always yes. Thanks for joining us. What are you doing down in Austin? What are you up to today?
Yeah, so a lot of people, don't know, but because they just come to the convention to have a good time. But a lot of planning goes into, trying to figure out the logistics of the conventions and stuff like that. And so one of the big ones for IWCA and PWNA too is that we need space, right? We need space to do demos, we need space to do rope things. And so every year, almost a year before it happens, it seems like you go into these resorts and you kind of try to, lay out the land and how it's going to work. So how are we going to be on rope here? How are we going to be doing power washing demos? How are we going to have water fed poles up on a building? How is there going to be drone flying? How's there going to be all these things? They have to be coordinated. And so a trip into the resort and just to kind of see and feel and experience how the guests of the convention are going to feel and arrive and deal with things. It's a have to. And so, I'm in Austin, Texas, the Kalahari Resort. And we got to play yesterday a little bit. And I don't know if you can see behind me. Right there. Look at that. That's the indoor water park protruding out of the building. So it's like there, and there's an indoor water park. There's outdoor pools, which I think are straight back behind me. And then there's a great big like arcade. Dude, when's the last time you went to a convention where there was a Build-A-Bear in there? There's a Build-A-Bear here.
Never.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Kids love that stuff.
I mean, I'm not going to
got
Build-A-Bear, but I'm just like, it's kind of cool if there's a Build-A-Bear here, right?
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
Definitely a family resort. That's really cool because a lot of us have the families. And I for one, am bringing my kids this year. So that'll be a really fun experience to get them all wet on the water slide.
Oh, man, it was great. We rode 2 or 3 of the big slides yesterday. And, we're adults, and these one rides, they have this one great big one where it's like the toilet bowl swooshes you up, and I thought we were going out of it, man. I thought we were going all the way to the top of the swoosh and flying out. But no, it was incredible. It's cool. It's a cool place.
That's pretty bitchin'. Hey, I want to say good morning to Codreen, our buddy. The Prez, Scott E is in the building. He says something about a bowling alley too.
There is a bowling alley.
Damien Streckendoss too. And good morning to Sharon Stone. We appreciate you all popping in. So there's a bowling alley. There's an indoor outdoor pool. There's a water rides, arcade. What
This is
else?
like
I
Mike
mean,
Tyson's house.
yeah, climbing a rock climbing wall.
Rock
What else?
climbing
Like,
wall. I think we're gonna do it today. Um, there's a human crane inside of the arcade thing where a person can lay down in it, and they're actually sent out over, and they have to grab stuff. And
Wow.
we're trying to get them to maybe allow us to have that and have like squeegees or something in it, where a guy's got a human crane, their buddies or whatever, in and try
Yeah.
to grab a squeegee out. So there's it's pretty cool. It's
A
pretty
lot of
cool.
cool ideas spinning around there. That's
Yeah,
really neat. Gonna make it really
yeah,
cool for us.
that's
yeah.
pretty bitchin', man. That sounds like all of the planning. And one of the things you just mentioned too, Mike, and this shit doesn't just happen overnight, guys. Like, there's a lot of effort that goes into this. And yeah, we might see a couple pictures here and there of some people that are sitting down having dinner and whatever, and it looks like that's all you guys do. I know that that's not the case. So I want to say thank you to all the people that put forth the effort into planning events like these. It
Yeah.
takes a ton of effort, time, collaboration. You know what I mean? Because getting two groups like the IWCA, like the PWNA together, people have ideas, and sometimes they don't necessarily, how do we say, play nice together. But it seems like this is a pretty great relationship, right? Is it a pretty good working relationship?
No, absolutely it is. I mean, there's always the you know, yeah, everybody has their things that they're trying to make sure get accomplished at the show, and sometimes that can, you know, the biggest thing is that there's only 3 or 4 days. That's all there is, you know, and
Mhm.
so everybody wants to do everything, and they probably want to do 7 or 8 days worth of stuff, but you know, you only got 3 or 4 days, and so something's got to go, something's got to be cut, and so you just try to weed through all those things and the logistics of it all and that. But no, the two orgs get along great. The leadership on both of them, just you know, they have the best interest. They have the membership's best interest at heart always, and sometimes you just got to fight through those decisions. But they're all done and you know very amicable, and you know it's consensus, right? You can't
Mhm.
get everything you want. It's you have to concede and rock on.
Yeah, indeed. And you get a lot of members. You get members from both sides, so you get a lot of people playing, and a lot of kids in the sandbox at that. And you get some good information gleaning off like pressure washers versus window cleaners, because they do it a little different than we do it. You know, window cleaners, pressure washers. So the camaraderie and stuff. You know, we're all in the same boat. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Scott is coming down. He's coming today.
cool.
And when he gets here, we have a meeting today with the hotel, but then I saved my back because there's a water slide in here called the Kalahari Drop, and it's
Ah,
straight down, right? I've rode
yep.
one before and they beat your back to death, but I saved that for when Scott gets here. I think we're gonna do the Kalahari Drop today.
Cool.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, he
Get,
said he'll see
get
you
your
in a few
eyelids
hours.
flipping them back up
Yeah,
sideways.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if Mr. Prez got it in him.
There
It's
you
got his
go.
name written all over it, he says.
Okay.
Morning, Scott.
Hey, one of the things that you mentioned too was having the members' best interest in mind.
Yeah.
And it feels like the two groups from last year's event, or this year's event in February of 2026, both the PWNA and the IWCA, they collected all the data, they collected all the feedback, they use that data, they use that feedback to make adjustments and make things even better. And it, just from the sounds of it already, man, cost effectiveness, availability, dates, resort size and style, options. It seems like you guys are blowing this one out of the park, man.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
You know, it takes a little. So last year was the first time they did. It wasn't the first time, but it was the first time in recent years that they had done it together. And you know, like I mentioned, that when you historically, when you have everybody meeting together, or one org meeting a certain way, they're like, oh, on Wednesday night we always do the speed competition. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, wait, when we collaborate, that's not going to work, or else you're
Yeah.
going to be doing that by yourself, or we're going to be doing this over here. And so last year, I think there was just a lot of that. It was like trying to bring them together, but they were still a little bit separate. So I think this year you're going to see a more cohesive event. It won't be perfect because they never are, but
Yeah.
it should be more cohesive. Already the registration for the process is one place. It's one landing page. You tell us from the landing page which org you're part of, or neither, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so there's just more cohesiveness, and I think it'll get better every year. But yeah, it takes time, and it takes going through a couple events to make it better. So
It sounds like oil and vinegar turned into a nice red vinaigrette.
yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Blends well. It's perfect.
Emulsify.
Yes.
So, speaking, you mentioned the speed competition, and that was one of my favorite things that we were able to take part in last year. We didn't actually physically do it, but we watched it and stayed for the entirety. And I thought to myself, it'd be really kind of cool if that event were to be held earlier earlier in the week, so that way it's kind of it's attended more. People aren't already all tired and worn out. Plus, it's kind of cool for that person. Like, let's say they do it on the first or second night. Then that person gets to basically walk around the rest of the time being the champ, bro. Like,
yeah.
Then everywhere they get to go, it's like, oh, I saw that guy, he crushed, and it builds a little more. I don't know. I hope they get to do it earlier in the week this time. That would be a really fun thing.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't have a schedule in front of me, but I'm thinking that it's. I think it is scheduled a little earlier in the week. I think it's Wednesday or Thursday. So,
cool.
Yeah, they'll have some time for bragging rights if they win. So
nice. I know that is also not exactly the easy. That setup is not exactly the easiest thing to set up. So that probably takes some time, and so I understand why it is set up where it was on the last event. But I do think that if they have it a little earlier, it will be awesome.
I do want to add that they did give away free. They had a keg of beer there that they were supplying with everyone watching. So I think this year they might teeter towards that. So you might want to go check it out, guys, or enter. I think me and Goo, I want to enter this year in the speed comp, see how I can do.
I think there's going to be lots of places for some competition this year. So there's going to be the window cleaning competition. I think they're going to do the cornhole tournament again. So there's that, and then I can already see, just by walking this resort, I can see that there's going to be some other pop-up competitions happening, like the rope climbing place. There's like stations. There's 5 or 6 stations where you can rock climb these different structures or whatever side by side with your buddies. So those are going to be places that you can compete. Obviously, there can be some competition at the bowling alley. There's a pretty cool outdoor area that we're trying to get set up today for outdoor demos, where we may be able to do actually rope climb ascensions competitions out back too. So
cool.
I think there's going to be a lot of little pop-up competitions, and the biggest competition is going to be on that wave machine. Did you guys see that? There's a wave riding machine here, and I can't wait to see Frank Rave try to out Kalahumi.
Yeah,
everybody's got to sign that waiver. Sign that waiver.
Careful your hips, guys. Your old hips.
It's like a 20-page waiver this year because of all the different places you could get hurt.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how well my health is important.
Thing, and it's fun until you fall, and then you get sucked all the way to the back and slammed into the back. But then you get back on, and it's awesome. It's a learning curve. You might need one or two practice.
The guys yesterday, man, they were on it, and then they were piffing, and it does definitely throw you to the back. That's for sure. There's no doubt about that.
It's all fun though. Wear your helmets, guys.
Yeah.
So how many of you guys from the different organizations are you expecting to meet out there today?
Yeah. So PWNA has they have 3 representatives here, and then myself, I'm here, and then Scott is coming down, and I believe there's another rep from IWCA coming as well.
Sweet. So
we'll be meeting with the hotel today, kind of getting things lined out, setting expectations, what we need, how things are going to go, where we're going to be located, what spaces are available to us, and then it's not easy. we're kind of different than another convention. We're like, other conventions are like, hey, we just want to meet in your meeting space. And we're like, no, we don't only want to meet in your meeting space, but like we want to power wash your thing out here.
Yeah.
And we want to jump off the building, you know? And so that stuff starts getting a little bit more complicated, and
Let
some
me talk to the
assurances have to be
manager.
given. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And hey, we want to, set up all these water fed poles, and they could fall down and hit other participants or whatever, but that's what we want to do. And we want to have drones flying so they can wash the windows here. And it's just, it's like a lot for the hotels to understand. And that's some of the reasons, like, you'll hear sometimes criticisms. You'll hear, people say, why in the world are they having it there? Why don't we go here? Why don't we go here? The RFP process for this is massive. And when we state, hey, we're looking for this, and we want this, and oh, by the way, we have a food budget of here. This is where we want our food and beverage. Guys, I can't explain to you how difficult it is to find locations that want to even take us, right? Most don't. We're space heavy and food and beverage light. And they don't like that. They like food and beverage heavy, and we'll give you the space, but they want these high minimums. When I say high, I'm talking like $200,000 food beverage minimums. So when you end up at a resort and everything's looking, and the other thing is that sometimes places will do it, but then they want a really high room rate. And we know window cleaners.
Yeah.
And pressure washers are like, wait a minute now, there's a maximum these guys are going to pay.
Yep.
So all those things have to be taken into consideration. It's not an easy process. And so, really, I always look at it every year when we get a place, and maybe it's not my favorite or whatever, but I'm just like, man, I know all the hard work that went through just to get it done. So I'm happy with it. It's good. Let's not complain.
Yeah. It looks like an awesome resort. So I think people hands down are going to be really excited about it.
And not only that too, Mike, it really sounds like you guys are seriously checking all the boxes. Location, centrally located. It's not far right east. It's not far left west. It's not cold climate. It's not freezing ass cold. You know what I mean? All those northerners, they want to come. They want to get away from the cold. So it'll be central. You know what I mean? Like, cost effectiveness, getting it. Entertainment, getting it. Family value, getting it. I mean,
and you're right outside of Austin. You've got nightlife, you've got bars, you've got country music, you got the Joe Rogan podcast. You might see Matthew McConaughey. Something.
Yeah. So I mean, a couple of the negatives, I guess, is it's a little jaunt from the airport.
That doesn't seem like that big of an issue, though. I mean, I know 20, 30 minutes. A lot of cities, that's normal.
Yeah.
Look at Denver.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Denver's a 30 to 45-minute drive from anywhere.
Yeah. No, so and we took an Uber up here yesterday. There's some chatter about possibly a sponsor coming forward to sponsor an Uber sponsorship or whatever for the guys coming in for the convention. So that awesome. May be worked out. But honestly, it's like once you get here, there's really not a lot of reason to leave. I mean, I think there's 15 restaurants here. There's everything from burgers to hot dogs to steak. We were in the Speakeasy Lounge last night at the piano bar, and so I mean, there's just everything here. You don't really need to leave here. So, cool. And the other thing is when you're looking at locations, is just to give you some of the behind the scenes is we're always looking for heavy concentrations of contractors. So Florida, for instance, always plays, not just because it's Orlando or the land of mouse, but really because there is probably one of the heaviest concentrations of pressure washers in Florida, in any state in the United States.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Texas is another big one. There is a heavy concentration of cleaners here in Texas. And so it works. When you start going out to those other states, you're like, oh, it would be really cool to do one in Utah. It's like, whoa, there no problem with Jake, right? But it's like there's not a heavy concentration of cleaners. Of
pressure washers. So, you got a ton of window cleaners there, but not a ton of pressure washers. That'd be like if you came here to Arizona. We don't have there's a decent amount, but we don't have that organic funk, you know what I mean? That pressure washers live off of. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and Arizona does play. I mean, we've tried to do Arizona. Actually, this year Arizona was on the RFP list, but we couldn't get anything come back that was reasonable and that checked all the boxes and all that stuff. And so it didn't work out. But like I said, there's just a lot of things. And then, just the realism of a convention. There is certain minimums you're trying to hit, and those cost money.
Yeah.
And so the reality is that when you can locate in an area that has a heavy concentration of contractors, then your walk-ins really help pay the bills. It helps secure everything and helps like, oh, okay, we're going to make it. We're going to push it over because nobody wants to lose money. Neither org wants to lose money on the thing.
No.
And so, like I said, there's a lot that goes into a lot of thought process. It's not just like, oh, hey, we just threw it here because we wanted to,
Yeah. So you just mentioned something that you and I talked about on the last time too. And Deeds actually, we all did, because we didn't really kind of understand how all of it goes. And Mark and myself and you were having dinner when we saw each other in January, and you were kind of explaining the process to us, right? On how this goes, because this obviously this isn't the first time you've been part of some of this big stuff, and that walk-in number does play a big part in it. And just to play on that, I remember when we got to Orlando last time. We were driving in and we see this Orlando's pressure washing or Orlando's power washing, this big company or something. And I was joking about it. And I remember once we got back to the resort, I was telling Squeegee Chick, Jessica Battle, oh, yeah, there's this Orlando's. And she goes, oh, I saw the Orlando's guys, too. I told them there was a show going on and they need to come down tomorrow. Literally, she talked some people in like on the street into coming into the show. So
yeah, and the
that walk-in
PWNA
stuff is real.
Yeah, the PWNA tomorrow morning, they're going around to the different, not only contractors, but different vendors here in Austin and letting them know, hey, the show is going to be here. Hey, just, create some local buzz and vibe around it too. So, and Scott obviously is in Houston. Mark, you're in Houston. So there'll be that kind of thing going as well. And so, like I say, we just hoping to make it all work for everybody and have a great time. And, at the end of the day, we just hope that it goes off without a hitch, and that those that come in see the value, have fun, and want to do it again.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, want to say good morning real quick to Scott, Sam, our buddy, Jason Rains, Zach V, and a couple of the other peeps that just popped in. I know that Sam is a friend of mine. He's been a follower of the show from pretty much the jump. I'm almost positive he's going to the next event. He's all excited, and I'm pretty sure he's bringing his family too. So it's really fun to be able to see some of our friends of the show and friends of the industry get involved in these events. I told everybody on Friday, because I don't know if you saw or not, but we talked to Sid on Friday, and not to change from one event to the other. But these events, all of the planning that goes into it and the camaraderie that you build while you're there is insane. Sorry, guys. And it's just so important to be able to get to hang out with your buds. And I can't even tell you how excited I am for this one. And I can see all the work that's going into it. We're talking about the different events. I want to go into the huge, just for a second too. Are you and Expert Safety Services going to be in Orlando in August?
So I will be there, and I will be more or less representing, we have a software company as well, Expert Safety Advocate. And so we will be at the huge, and that platform basically, it helps run the PWNA's side of education as well. So I'll kind of be there on that front. Expert Safety Services itself will not be there, but our software company will. Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Then there was something. Oh yeah. So I know that you're here basically to talk about that kind of stuff in the event, but you've got big news. You got big news going on too, man. Illinois is moving and grooving. You're doing a little bit of transferring. I tried to get you to come on next month to talk about all this, but now we can talk a little bit about this too if you've got some time. You're making a change. You're going from Chinoa, right?
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
moving over to Bloomington, is that correct?
Yeah. So, again, when you're putting and trying to figure out training facilities, we've had a wonderful time and just great success with, a lot of trainees as you guys came in and seen at our current training facility in Chenoa. But, there was some maneuvers there that couldn't happen because of the ceiling height in there. And so there was a place in Bloomington that came available. And always when you see a building, I've looked at a lot of them, and it's like, well, the beam span's got to be right, and this has got to lay this way, and this has got to go this way, and oftentimes it's not. It's like, okay, yeah, it's not any different than what I have. But this place that we got, I seen it on Marketplace pop up one night, and this kid was trying to sublease it, and I seen by the pictures it looked like the beam span was right, and so I'm like, hey dude, I want to look at that place. And he's like, yeah, when you want to do it. And so this was it was a Saturday night actually, and I said, I'll look at it tomorrow. And so we met and looked. It worked out. I was able to just basically assume his lease or take his lease over and get with the company and all that. But at any rate, yeah, it's cool. So we're going to be able to have our suspended scaffolding class in there. And not only that, we'll be able to launch the scaffolding in there, so it's
Cool.
part of that class will be you come into an exploded suspended scaffolding platform. It's all exploded on the ground. You have to build it, put it together, put the motors on, and then run it up the building. And then obviously, we're going to be performing rescues off of it as well. So that's awesome. And then so far as the rope is concerned, the IWCA rope class is expanding. There's probably, we've got approval from the board to expand the certifications out. Right now there's only one level at certified, but there's going to be 3. And so those new maneuvers that are going to be needed to do that, we needed more space and more place. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got a couple other surprises that I'm not ready to announce today about this training center, but some new, I'll just give it this much, new trainings, possibly new certifications coming. And so we're pretty excited about what that training center is going to be about. But we were in there hanging ropes and setting up some diameters and all this stuff here soon I'll post some pictures and how it's all coming together. But yeah, super jazzed about it. I think it's going to be really cool.
I'm excited for you, Mike. Deeds, you and I, we had a chance to tour Mike's old facility, but he was generous enough to send us out to a dinner in Bloomington, and you and I kind of went and cruised around. I'm going to lay it out for you. For me, in my opinion, that town is dope. That city is great. It reminds me of old school, like 50s, 60s, 70s, early 80s industry, kind of grimy, kind of like downtown, like just, but clean. Like when I say grimy, I mean like grimy as in it's all compressed and like stuck together, but it was like clean. Like it just reminded me of like a downtown of years past. Right. And it just has this really cool vibe to it. Mark and I went and sat in a dive bar, hung out for a little bit, visited. He tried to hit this lady up for some kind of a fancy drink. And she basically, it wasn't even a fancy drink. It was, he goes, can I get an old fashioned? And she's like, honey,
get that stuff out of here.
She's like, honey, we got free popcorn and a freaking, and like three beers on tap. Like
when you see the popcorn machine, don't ask for an old fashioned. Just get one of them frosty mugs.
Yeah. Right. But the town was awesome. And it just had this aesthetic to it that I could feel it right when you walked in. And it feels like you're going to fit right in right there, man. Like it just, I can see you guys like also taking it to the buildings and like just, I can see your own footprint within that city. You know what I mean? And it looks like it'll be a natural fit.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know the town pretty well. I mean, we built clearly windows there before I sold in 2014. So, yeah, it's got a cool vibe. Bloomington's fame is that it's the world headquarters for State Farm, right?
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's where it all started, and it's still the headquarters there. And so, and then country insurance, you say the grime, and that it's not really a blue collar place. It's really more white collar. Country Insurance's headquarters is there. Growmark is there. Rivian has a plant there. That's probably the closest to blue collar, and then 2 universities and 2 hospitals. And so, it's very it's a kind of a unique place. But yeah, no, I think it's going to go well. There's more hotel options there, more food options there, and again, it's just all about the space. The space has to be right for what we're trying to do. It's kind of like this convention. I mean, it's like there's lots of places to hold a convention, but the space has got to be right. It's got it's got to hit the check boxes, and this place did. And yeah, we're super excited about it. We're bringing on some other instructors for some other classes, and yeah, it's just I'm hoping by we're building a wall in there right now, and we're hoping that by the 1st of July that things are kind of coming together, and
Holy shit, that's
should be able to do a
fast.
tour. Yeah, they're working on it now. Actually, we've got builders in there working on it. We've hung the ropes already through the center, what we wanted to do with re-anchors and deviations and all that, and so it's pretty cool. But we're color coordinating, and we got some cool funky mats going through the center of it, and it's just gonna be a cool place.
That is outstanding, man. And dude, you just announced it like, I don't know, a week, 10 days ago, something like that. The July 1st is just 8-10 days away, something, right?
I know, I'm feeling it. Yeah,
Bro, when you move on something, you really move on something, man.
yeah, well, like I say, a lot went into it, and thought process. So we when we're ready to go, we go.
And how's the team going back home in Illinois? Like, everything going well?
Yeah.
That is outstanding.
No, everybody's doing well. I mean, we got our anchor divisions rocking and rolling, and I've got a crew out in DC today, and they're going to be in Oklahoma City, I think, the end of this week. And so yeah, we're just rocking along.
Word them up. You're gonna see Daisy while you're out there.
It's a possibility. So I mean, absolutely, I'm going to see her if I'm there. I'm trying to figure out the details of a job here that we've got, and what's feasible, and what's going on with it. But it's a kind of a complicated one. So, but at any rate, yeah, no, we're figuring it out.
Cool. That's
right
awesome.
on, dude. That is all exciting news.
Yeah, Craig was saying earlier he's trying to book Van Morrison for our Austin for the convention. So if you get a submission and a $50,000 bill from Van Morrison, just go look for Craig Hensel.
All right. If we can get Van Morrison here, it'll be awesome. Yeah. Or ZZ Top, maybe we can get ZZ Top here, a Texas band, right? The boys from Texas. So
my mother-in-law went to school with those guys in Spring Branch, Texas.
Really?
They had a band in high school well before the ZZ Tops were, small world.
Gotcha.
I don't know, man. I heard Piano Bar, and all I can think of was when we were at the IWCA in Orlando in February, is the end of one of the nights, Frank raved walking away from, I don't know, there's about 12 of us having some pizza and whatnot, and he's singing Wonderwall by Oasis, and he's walking away. And then not only is it Frank rave, then it becomes like 8 of us singing it at the same time. So I don't know if there's any window cleaners out there that play piano, but I would seriously suggest that someone pick it up real quick and get handy on the keys. And I can just imagine the fun that's going to be had at that piano bar.
Do they have the dueling piano guys?
It's not dueling. It's not dueling, and it's a speakeasy. So like, it's behind the wall, right? So the PWNA, they have their enterprise program, as part of their membership, and they have an enterprise party every year that's private at the events. And I was telling them, I said, it'd be really cool, like if you issued a QR code or something, and the wall is there. Nobody comes in unless they've got that QR code, and then they get to come into the grandeur of that place that night. So we'll see. I think there's going to be some cool things like that goes on with this, and I think the piano bar is going to be well utilized. I know, I'm not anti having a drink. I'll have a drink now and then, and but I know the bars are a big deal to a lot of the people that come. And one criticism we hear a lot, and we heard this at the DoubleTree. You guys were there. There's only one place to get a drink, other than the bars on the trade show floor. Not here, guys. Not here. You can get a drink on the arcade. You can get a drink in the water park. You can get a drink in the pool. You can get a drink in the lobby. You can get a drink where you're walking. There's DAC machines.
Yes,
There's
Texas.
all kinds of stuff. So there should be no complaints this year about I wasn't able to get a drink. There, you can get a drink in here. About every 10 steps, you can get a drink. So.
There you go. So for you
Everything's
thirsty
better in
MFers, there you go. There you go. Hey, as long as they got a non-alcohol option for me that is not soda, I don't care. I'll
They
be
do.
happy. And
They do.
All right. Awesome,
They do. They've
awesome,
got that,
awesome.
and they've got a sugar. If you're a sugar junkie, you got to have your candy fix on. They got a candy store here.
I'm on that too.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, they got a Build-A-Bear. They've got a hot dog joint. They've got milkshakes, guys. I kid you not. The milkshakes are this big. It's just
$5 shake?
It's sickening. It's sickening. So it's a pretty cool place. It's going to be a great place for families. It really is. So
It's going to be a hoot, man. Well, we're all looking forward to it. Is there anything that you haven't done while you're there yet that you're ready to check off the box today? What is on the agenda today?
well, if I can get Scott to not be a wimp, we have to do the Kalahari drop today. That's a big one. And then also we left a couple of the slides for today. Just to maybe kind of ease Scott into it before we take the Kalahari drop. We'll try to get him kind of. And then there's a steakhouse here. Going to plan on having a steak, and we're trying to eat at all the restaurants so we can kind of get the flavor of what's going on. There's an Italian restaurant here too.
Cool.
So yeah, we're probably just take in that and kind of feel it as a convention goer and kind of feel how things roll and how things go.
Yeah, we got Nick Anderson's asking if they have a dairy-free option. So if you're at the milkshake machine, just ask me if they got some almond milk or some milk thistle.
Also, we're going to do the human crane today.
Cool.
That'll probably broadcast sometime out today. So there's some events that we're gonna take place in today.
That's going to be awesome.
And I'm looking behind you, and I'm seeing the clouds have changed from like a murky black to a nicer, a white fluffy clouds. That's awesome.
I wanted to do a walkthrough with you guys into the water park and into the big arcade and all that, but those are not open yet as we're too early in the day. So unfortunately, not going to be able to do that. But you'll see some pictures posted, and you'll see things happening today. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time.
So when do you, when this trip wraps up, you head back to Bloomington, get everything squared away for Expert Safety Services. When are you planning on having your first training class run through that bad boy? Have you set it up yet? Or are you going to play that by ear?
Yeah, good question. We are targeting to have a rope class in July, but we'll see. There's a couple little things that are kind of holding me back just a little bit, but we'll see if we can't get noodled through those. And I'm going to leave here, go back to Illinois, and then I've got a couple other little trips, small trips that are got to happen, and then we'll see where we're at.
So your home base was in Chenoa. You're going to move the offices to Bloomington, but you're going to move yourself personally also. Is that part of all of this too?
Yeah, it will be. So we leased that place, and so our lease will be up in March on the homestead itself as well. So yeah, we don't know exactly what we're going to do yet, where we will reside. I'm looking at some options, both business-wise, from a residency standpoint, of trying to incur some tax savings in some states that are a little more friendly. Yeah. And so we're making some decisions on that right now, but probably will reside this winter in a warm weather state. Uh, kind of leaning towards Florida, but we'll see. We'll see. We like Arizona. Nothing against Arizona. Love it out there. It's just it's a little too far. Trying to get back when you have to get back for either a
Yep.
class or, you know, as I always tell people, they're like, "Well, where's your business? You're nationwide." I'm like, "We are nationwide, but if you look at the United States map at night, have you ever seen that map where it shows the lights?
Yeah.
There's a majority of lights on the east side of the
Yeah.
Mississippi, right? And that's where the majority of big buildings are, and that's the majority of where we're at. So you got to be able to get to those places quickly and feasible. So Florida allows that option. So that's probably where we're going this winter, but we'll see.
One
Smart.
one of the reasons I love talking with you, Mike, is because you break things down rather easily. And also you break things down in a manner which sometimes we don't we don't think about things like, oh yeah, well, we want to be located on this side for that reason, or like the way that you're breaking things down is super easy to understand, and it brings things to light on the reasons of the how and the why. So I appreciate you breaking it down super easy for us. I know you probably got a lot of stuff you got to get to today. So we won't keep you for too long. And we appreciate the hell out of you, man, for not only supporting Mark and I, but our industry as a whole. Like, you're always there to go to bat for us. The one thing that you mentioned earlier is we want to check these boxes on availability for families. We want to do it for cost effectiveness. And you're looking out for us. So I want to say thanks for that, man. It means a ton.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to do it. And just we try to keep the industry's best interests at heart. And it's not always perfect. There will be something that somebody complains about, no doubt, right? But
Let's hope not this year. Knock on wood.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
you just try to make it work for the masses. There's always going to not work for somebody on an individual basis, but that's the way it works.
One of the terms that we use on the show is for the people, baby. Let's do it for the people, right?
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Okay.
totally not business related. Non-business related. World Cup. Are you getting down with any of it?
So we just flew into Texas here from Sheridan, Wyoming, and my wife has family there, and we spent some days up there in the mountains. And one of her family members, they actually live over in Europe, and her sister is married to somebody from Bosnia, and so they're big soccer people, right?
Yep.
And so over the last week I've taken in a few games, so it's kind of exciting. I really wasn't a soccer guy before, but just all the hype and watching the games with them and seeing how excited they are, I've kind of gotten to be a little bit of a fan anyway. So
What I
it's
love,
cool.
what I love about soccer are the prima donnas. Like the guy who gets kicked in like the back of the leg and just falls, and like, oh, he's in the worst pain he's ever experienced in his life for about 13 seconds, and then once the whistle's blown, he's fine. I'm good. Never mind.
They play it, right. They play it.
Oh,
There's an acting to it. They should get awards. It's kind of like watching it. Yeah, it's kind of like watching a WNBA game. They play it too. It's like, oh my gosh, it's a lot of drama. So, but no, it's good.
The one thing about the soccer is just like the window cleaning and the pressure washing and power washing industry, it's for the people. And if there's one thing that I can say about soccer and is the same as about the industry, it's better with friends. When you take it in with your friends, it's amazing. Yeah, I can watch a game by myself on the couch, and it's to me, it's always fun and interesting. But if I'm at a sports bar or if I'm with a group of friends, taking it in, that energy, you just feel it. So the same thing. I'll correlate it with when you go to these conventions. Bring your friends. If you have a homie that you connect with online, that you visit with and you chat with, and you guys got a similar sense of humor, you're going. Yeah, tell them to go, man. Bring your friends. It's always better with friends. So
yeah, just like soccer, it's no fun sitting around playing with your own balls. Play with your friends' balls. Just kidding.
You know what? Hold on. My wife got me. I forgot for Father's Day. I got a little symbol.
Oh, but Got
There
it.
you go. It's over.
That's a you. Yes.
Done.
Playing monkeys.
So yeah, man, we're all set and ready to rock for the rest of the week. I'm so glad that you joined us, Draper. You are with your wife. You guys traveling together?
Yep. Yeah. My
Awesome.
wife's with me. She's yep. So
Tell her
we've been on
hello.
the road for a bit.
Yeah, tell her hello for us. She behind the scenes is a just a force, and she was such a help at the IWCA PWNA last year when I couldn't find you or track you down. She was always there with a smile and an answer, and pointing me in the right direction if I couldn't get something handled. So you guys are just absolutely amazing. I appreciate and love the hell out of both you guys. I hope the rest of your day goes wonderful. You know how we do it at the end of the show. We want to give you an opportunity to send some shout outs and some love if you'd like to do that. Now's your time, Mike. Who you want to send some love to?
Oh man, I tell you, there's been just a lot of good stuff, happening from your show. I think I want to send the love back to the Goo and Deed show
Oh,
because
thank you.
just the camaraderie that you guys build and all that. It's pretty cool. I honestly didn't get it at first. I was kind of like, what the world? But now I kind of do, and so I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys doing like you're doing this 3 times a week, and like they're that's a commitment, and it's a commitment to the industry. So we just appreciate you guys, and thanks for helping us out, get the word out about this convention, and we hope that we can reciprocate it on the other end by putting on a good show.
Cool. I'm going to try and do something here in Houston to get the word out, whether it's just creating posts or getting the word, because there's so many contractors here. I mean, I can throw a football and hit 6 people that do pressure washing or window cleaning just on the left side. This within 10-mile radius. There's like 30 of us. So I'm sure Scott will be on that.
We hate every year is when you go to, let's just say you go to Orlando, and then the thing gets all done and everybody's posting all their stuff, and somebody says, I live in Orlando. I didn't even know it was going on.
Right, exactly.
Really?
Yeah, Austin's 90 minutes to the left. Where people can make that drive. 3-day thing.
You hate that. You hate that, It's like, don't you watch Goo and Deeds? I mean, come on.
We're talking about it.
Right.
So Mike, we finally just started posting on our page too, so you can catch us live. If it's not in Pro Window Cleaning, you can catch us live on the Goo and Deeds pod page as well on Facebook. So thanks for bringing that up. That's something new that we just started, I think, on Friday.
Nice.
So now you don't have to be a member of Pro Window Cleaning or be on that page. You can check us out on the Goo and Deeds page now too. So that's something good for us.
I like the Sorbo logo rocking too. What is that? I never heard of them.
Do you even Sorbo, brah? That's from my pal.
Do you even Sorbo?
That's from my pal Cal. There's a homie out in the UK, Devon, UK. Cal Hewitt, I believe his last name. JMJ Contract Cal is his business. He started messing around with that. Do you even Sorbo, brah? He cracks me up. So
I remember when I started my business back in the day. Craig Hensel, he'll probably relate to this. It was brass, baby. It was brass. It was 18-inch brass Adderite. That's what you used. And then my guys started, saying, we want these Sorbos. We want these Sorbos. I'm like, you can do brass. That's what we go with is brass, baby. And we finally broke down. And, the whole company was Sorbo after that. It's we've had a long history with Sorensen and Sorbo, and now the WCR boys have it and all that. So it's great. It's great to see, and great to see it carrying on. So
in loving hands, it's not sold out to a multinational cleaning corporation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like an Unger situation. But,
hey, Mike, get this. So I got a hold of Chris and Alex a couple weeks ago, and they knew that they know what a big fan I am of Sorbo. And I've tried to get over to that warehouse on multiple occasions because it's literally right on my way to California. I drive right past it. And I finally convinced Chris to give me a quick walk around to see him in that warehouse, in that space, to see him so excited to tell me some of that history and to show me the love and show the people behind the story. I'm I'm still super grateful to have that opportunity. And that product is something that helped me grow, you know what I mean? And to know that like there's only like 20 sets of, like less than 20 sets of hands that basically take care of and manufacture everybody's shut up, Floyd. Manufacture everybody's gear. It's so amazing and so awesome to know that like it's so few hands that are responsible for creating such a wonderful product. So USA, USA,
It it
USA.
helped
That's all I
it
gotta
helped
say.
it helped everybody grow, right? Because they had the 72-inch eliminator, so everybody grew from wherever they were size wise to 72-inch, right? So it's
Hell yeah, it's almost as tall. It's taller than I am.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's funny.
Done.
Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. D, do you want to give anybody some shout outs, some love?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to
Good
I forgot
morning,
to
ladies and
Frank Gravett
gentlemen.
this
Frank
morning.
fucking Rave in a hot Europe. It's 90 Fahrenheit, and later this week it's going to be over 100.
Thanks.
Ooh, and I don't have airco at home. Oh, yesterday at 10 p.m. it was 90 Fahrenheit inside my house. Ooh, okay. Now have a nice day. Stay cool. Ciao,
Ciao,
ciao.
ciao. Ciao, ciao.
Cool. Our man in Amsterdam, Frank. We should be seeing him here at this convention coming up, so that's going to be awesome.
I mean, come
He's
on, Frank.
coming,
You
baby.
get one more sponsorship, Frank, and you have air conditioner at your apartment. I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's
Yes. Well, yeah. I
Much
just want to
love.
thank you, Michael, so much for coming on this morning. It's
all
awesome
right,
to get a
guys.
sneak peek, and
Have
we
a good one.
appreciate you. All right.
Take
Yeah,
care,
have a good
guys.
one,
Much
guys.
love to everybody. We'll catch you on the flip side. Deeds, what do you tell them?
Change your rubbers and your resin, guys.
I hope those passion buckets are full. Stay up, stay gold. And much love to Chris, Alex, the gang at WCR, Sorbo, and Zero. Thanks for putting up with our nonsense, and thanks for letting us post in the group. We love you guys. We'll catch you on Wednesday. Our guest is going to be a friend of mine, Patrick Heffernan, PHEF, Southwest Sunscreens. He and his partner, Brad, have been instrumental in the growth of myself as a business and as a person. They see me go through a bunch of stuff, and they help keep the lights on for Streak Free AZ in the summer, man, because sometimes it's really hard to get those gigs locked in. And we're going to talk partnerships and how it helps, how it can help both parties. So, yeah, if you guys want to learn how to, I don't know, get linked up with somebody in your area, maybe take a note from how Patrick and myself have grown as businesses together. I don't know. Maybe it'll help somebody. So we hope so.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Wednesday, PHEF, Southwest Sunscreen. Stay up, stay gold. Peace out.